Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
It's good to be back.
Today we're taking a look at Out of Sight.
A real cool guitar ballad.
Yeah, and I was drawn to this one right away.
Yeah, there's something about it.
Yeah, just this story,
Mm-hmm.
kind of gritty and tender at the same time.
Right.
It's got a fugitive,
Yeah.
a cop on his trail,
A little bit of romance.
and this spark between them,
Uh-huh.
you know. And they come from such different worlds.
Yeah, that's the thing that's so interesting about it.
Totally. So we've got the lyrics here in front of us.
Right?
Um, and yeah, let's just jump right in.
Let's dive in,
So verse one, I mean, it just throws us right into the story.
doesn't it?
Yeah. No messing around,
You've got this guy fresh out of prison,
Right.
driving through the night,
trying to put it all behind him.
and there's this real interesting contrast
Uh-huh.
because he's got this smile on his face.
Yeah, he's free, right? Like he's got this feeling of possibility.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it talks about the weight
The weight.
of broken dreams.
Yeah, and that's the thing that really gets you, right?
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, what are those broken dreams?
Exactly. What did he leave behind?
And is it just about what happened in the past,
Is
or
it what he had to give up?
right, or what he's facing now?
Yeah. The challenges of starting over.
Yeah, and I think that's something that a lot of people listening can probably relate to.
Oh, absolutely.
That sense of, starting something new.
Hmm.
And there's excitement and hope, but also this baggage
Right.
that
Yeah.
you're carrying with you.
Yeah. Have you ever felt that way?
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
think we all have.
And especially when you're trying to move on from something difficult.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of research on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. About the psychology of people who are reintegrating into society.
Like after prison.
Exactly like our guy in the song.
Yeah.
And they talk about this real struggle
Mhm.
between the desire for a normal life
Yeah.
and the weight of the past.
Huh.
The stigma.
The things that keep pulling you back.
Yeah, it can be tough.
And that feeling of being pulled back that kind of leads us into the chorus.
I was just thinking that.
Out of sight, out of reach.
Right.
Running down a road where the rules don't teach.
Powerful stuff,
Yeah. And it makes you think about freedom.
doesn't it?
Like, what does it actually mean to be free?
Yeah, because he's out of prison.
Right. He's physically free,
He's on the open road,
but is he really free?
but those broken dreams are still there.
Yeah. And he's running.
Always running.
So it's like, is freedom just about escaping, or is it about something more?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. And then we meet the woman,
The cop.
the cop. Yeah. And the lyrics describe her with these amazing images.
Eyes like summer chasing shadows in the dark.
Yeah. What do you make of that?
It's just so evocative, isn't it?
It is.
Like you can almost see her.
Yeah. You get the sense of her determination,
Uh-huh.
but also like a depth.
Right. It's not just about catching the bad guy.
Yeah. There's something more going on there.
Chasing shadows. It's like she's searching for something.
Maybe justice,
Maybe.
or maybe even something she doesn't even understand herself.
Yeah, and it makes me think about the complexities of law enforcement. It's not always black and white.
Right.
There are these moral dilemmas that officers face all the time.
Yeah. And sometimes they have to make really tough choices.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, there's this attraction between them.
The fugitive and the cop.
Yeah. Between the law and danger, love's a fleeting breeze.
Forbidden love.
Yeah, it's so risky.
Joe intense.
And, it makes you wonder, can love really exist in a situation like this?
Yeah, it's a classic trope, isn't it?
It is.
Love defying boundaries.
But it's not all romanticized.
No.
The songwriter uses this phrase, fleeting breeze,
Mhm.
and it kind of captures the fragility of it all.
Yeah, like it's something that could be blown away at any moment.
And they both know it.
They know it's not going to be easy.
And then we get to the bridge of the song.
My favorite part.
Mine too.
So much emotion packed into those few lines.
They're facing separation maybe forever.
Uh-huh.
But the lyrics say, the silence speaks where words can't go.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
I think it's so true.
Yeah.
Sometimes words just get in the way.
Right.
Especially in those really intense moments. Like
Oh.
when you've shared something really profound. Yeah, like think about soldiers in combat.
Or people who have survived a disaster.
They often communicate more through gestures.
Looks,
Yeah.
a language that goes beyond words.
A language forged in shared intensity.
And then we get to their final moments together.
One kiss shared in secret, then back into the night.
It's heartbreaking, but also so beautiful.
Bittersweet.
Yeah. And then that final chorus, out of sight, out of reach.
It takes on a whole new meaning now, doesn't it?
It does.
It's not just about physical distance anymore. It's about this emotional chasm between them.
This feeling of being forever out of reach.
Yeah, even though they had that moment of connection
It's like they're both trapped by their circumstances.
in their pasts.
So what do we take away from all of this?
What do you think?
I think it's more than just a love story.
Oh, definitely.
It's about freedom,
Uh-huh.
the burden of the past,
And the power of human connection.
even in the most impossible situations.
Exactly. And it leaves us with this question.
Does it?
Can we ever truly outrun our past?
Or do the choices we make always follow us?
Heavy stuff.
It is something to think about, isn't it?
Yeah. And maybe something our listeners can reflect on in their own lives.
That's a great point.
Thanks.
Well, that about wraps it up for this deep dive into Out of Sight.
It's been a pleasure.
As always, and thanks to everyone for listening.
Until next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.